Welcome to Lost Castle. We have for you here a RPG roguelike, and I'll say loosely a beat 'em up, but more on that shortly. So this charming indie title was released back in September 2016 by a dev team known as Hunter Studio. I have not found any other game by this small Chinese-based team, and I'm a little bit upset by that, to be honest. I have to say, so far, I've played just about 3 hours of this game, and so far, I have mostly enjoyed my time with it. As with most roguelikes, the game's levels are randomly generated. I am unsure how many variations can be seen, but in a few hours I have put in so far, I have actually had a playthrough in which the first dungeon in particular has been the same 3 times. Not consecutively, mind you. The general idea is you get issued a random hero at the start of the game, and get as far as you can. You will die. Maybe not as early as me in most cases, but you will die. Then you will respawn as a new hero from the very start of the game again. The bonus to this is quite well done. There is a plus side to being killed off. Basically, as you kill enemies, you have a chance to gain souls. These are little purple orbs you sometimes see drop from fallen enemies. Once you die, you get to spend these souls on new perks, or just flat out stat upgrades, like boosting damage and armour, which will remain for the rest of the game. So basically each playthrough, in theory, gets a little bit easier every time. There are loads of weapons in this game, 150 or more as the storefront actually boasts. These come in a somewhat random variation in both melee and ranged weapons. Also, there's 50 armor sets, which are all quite different so far, with the large variation on the stats. Now for the combat system and why I loosely say beat 'em up. While each weapon has its own way of being handled, combos are generally pulled off by just mashing the attack button. It's a bit lacking in that department. I mean, if you're going to claim to be a beat 'em up, then you have to have a bit more. Okay, a lot more. I mean, the combos in games from the early 90s which claimed to be beat 'em ups had more complex combos. And quite honestly, if you're like me and you prefer the bow in this game, then, well, it's not a beat 'em up, is it? It's a shoot 'em up. Anyway, I'm nitpicking at this point, so let's move on. Now, the game does feature co-op, but unfortunately I have no friends, so yeah, none of that yet. I jest, my good viewer. I will maybe tempt someone to give this a go with me. I can imagine it getting easier with more players. You can have up to 4 players in co-op, which could be quite fun with how chaotic later levels can actually get. So I have seen 5 different levels on the map overview. However, I can't get past the bloody 3rd one. Cyclops on that level like to throw, well, quite literally everything at me. I am not that nimble, so I pretty much soak all of the thrown objects with my face. I guess the more you play it, in theory, I should get better at it. There just doesn't seem to be a good evasion mechanic in this game, apart from jumping, which doesn't always work. As you can see from the art style, it's kinda cutesy. It's all hand-drawn. I love games that do this for some reason. I find it just so charming. Comparisons have been made between this and a couple of other games, Binding of Isaac and Castle Crashers. To me, this game is more of a melding between the two, and I like it. I mean, I usually pick these games up and play them for an hour before thinking I've seen it all, and there's nothing else to really do. I played for 3 hours this morning. Before I knew it, it was noon. If a game can generally make you forget about the concept of time, then, honestly, it's not a bad game, is it? Now, as we edge towards the end of this little video, we will venture into the pricing side of things, as we always do. Now, this was in March's Humble Bundle Monthly, so I got it from there. If you want to check out these bundles, by the way, click my link in the description and sign up. It's cheap, and you get great games every month. I mean, look at the next month's bundle. You get Mafia 3 and Deus Ex Mankind Divided, which is a complete bargain. It's a shame I already own one of those, though, I guess. Back on track, because I kind of got sidetracked there, as I kind of wandered off the trail. This is on Steam right now for £6.99. Honestly, I expected it to be more for some reason. So from my perspective, it's a great deal. Like I said, I have had hours of fun so far, and no doubt there will be more. Maybe some co-op, because, you know, I think it could be quite fun. Links down there to the dev's website and the Steam storefront in the description. I'll leave this one here, I think. I'll see you again soon.